Premier Boyz, yeah. Yo, me and my team is the best in the world. You and your team looking stressed in the world. Said me and my team is the best in the world. Then you and your team looking stressed in the world. Yo, me and my team getting arrested by curves, and you and your team getting arrested by the curb. Me my nigga, oh, he ain't do shit except the robbery, nigga. He gon' do 6. Come through, bitch, styled up with new kicks, penny flow ho, and I come with 2 chicks. Cause me and my team is the best in the world. Me and my team is the best in the world. Said me and my team is the best in the world. Best in the world, best in the world. Got a star on the sky, gentleman on the cup. And I know my team burns, we got sand in the cut. Ow. Premier Boyz.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Welcome to another episode of the Premier Boyz podcast.
And it's your man Aaron Sands, and we are back with another one. You already know what it is. We are listening to the #1 podcast out here right now. It's the Premier Boyz podcast. You already know if it's Wednesday. You already know how we giving it up. Welcome.
And it's your boy, the star Roddy Rod, and we back for another one for the Premier Boyz podcast. Yeah.
Back up like we never left. Another week, and long live the chief. Actually, Ken, you can do that better for me.
Long live the chief.
Okay, guys. What's up? What are we talking about today?
Well, you know, first thing first. A few things. Rest in peace to Tony Bennett, the legendary Tony Bennett. He just passed away last week. 95 years old. That's wild. That's wild. I go with you. Also, let's keep Tori Kelly and Brody James in our prayers because they both suffered from cardiac arrest last week. So yeah, let's keep them both in prayer and rest in peace to Tony Bennett.
Please have a moment of silence.
So how y'all been? How y'all doing?
We've been doing pretty good out here in these streets, man. Getting ready for the birthday turn of Big 35. You know what I'm saying? So getting some stuff ready for that. And I'm just been really just trying to figure out, who my real friends are. You feel me? Like who really rock with me, who's really gonna, really rocking to be rocking and not just rocking just to, seem like they're cool. So, just been trying to work my way around that. But I've just been grinding, getting to it, and getting ready for the birthday.
Yo, you're saying, do you know who your friends are? I can answer that for you, son. Your bros who been at your wedding. There you go. There you go.
Facts.
There you go.
Facts.
Listen, we've been feeling nice and exciting changes. Baby is growing. Also up a lot more now. Some of that time is so pleasant. Just sitting there with her, looking around, doing a little bit. And then the other time, she do me in colors I've never seen before. Why these things come just like
Yo, Roddy.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Man, I'm just outside trying to meet some new chicks, trying to keep my head up, and I just got some numbers this week, so I'm just out here doing me, man.
Yeah, I heard Roddy be outside in these streets, bro.
Yeah, man, pool parties, action parties, trying to live my best life, yo. They say life is what you make it, so I want to make it outside the house. Start time.
Start time.
There you go. And I've been doing. I'm doing all right. Not much has happened at the moment, but just big things are coming, and yeah, just staying positive, staying focused, all that good stuff.
That's how Roddy sound like he having the most fun. He just out here in these streets on the prowl, out here throwing his tag out in the sky like that.
Like Roddy said, like Roddy said, he outside. So yeah,
I'm late.
Yeah, you say you're outside, so it's start time. You know.
Outside,
Ready to go.
You're the podcast. Where's Casanova? What's happening?
I don't know if y'all peep, but I've been buying a whole bunch of new gear, so I'll be showing up to these parties looking flashy. Flashing lights, you already know.
Yo, we should start calling Roddy Mixie Roddy. Mixie Roddy. There you go. But says, anybody got packing up this week?
Oh, of course. All right, so boom. You mentioned earlier the whole Bronny James situation, right? And I was thinking about that this week, right, when I first heard the news, and that shit broke my heart. You feel me? Because you already saw LeBron at the ESPYs talking about, you know, how his son's gonna be next up. You know, after LeBron's amazing career, even though he lost 6 times in the finals, you know, he's one of the GOATs. Especially, he's definitely a GOAT for this generation. And he wanted Bronny James to take on the mantle of being one of the GOATs, right? And as you know, Bronny had a cardiac arrest situation where he had to be hospitalized, you know. Now, thankfully, you know, he made it out. He made it okay. He was in stable condition, and things are looking on the up and up, right? So, when I look at the situation like that, I'm always thinking, like, I bet, you know, I'm glad that, you know, he pulled through and everything like that, right? But, like, what if he didn't pull through? You know what I'm saying? I can honestly tell you right now, if he didn't pull through, if we lost Bronny James after that situation, LeBron's career would have probably been over the following day.
Yeah.
The following day. Because there's no way you can continue to go on and try to achieve greatness after you having to, like, lose a child. You know what I'm saying? Parents always say, like, we're supposed to always outlive them. They're not supposed to outlive us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, that's something that people really got to sit down and think about, especially for this topic. So,
Big 10.
So, you know, he's young boy, like 18, 19, got his whole life ahead of him, having cardiac arrest.
Yes, wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking tragedy, bro. But, you know, he made it and it worked out. Bronny James is not who I'm packing up here. The person I'm packing up today on this episode is Charlie Allnut, better known as Charlie Caruso.
WWE?
Yeah.
Yep. Not what was WWE, then was ESPN, then was Fox News Network, now works for Outkick.
What is Outkick?
I'm glad you asked.
That's
right?
Line of the slide down. What the fuck?
It was a slide down, but Outkick is basically a sports, news, and politics multimedia platform. One of the upstart, you know, situations. Clay Travis, I think the guy named Clay Travis, I think he runs Outkick, right? So, all that aside, Charlie Allnut's getting packed the fuck up, and the reason why she's getting packed the fuck up because of this dumbass tweet she made about fucking Bronny James and his situation. And she says, and I quote, "Young, healthy athletes like Bronny James should not be going into cardiac arrest, ... unless ... Nonetheless, wishing a speedy recovery, prayer hands." Right? A follow-up on that tweet, a gentleman wrote, quote, "What the hell happened to you? ? Did you sell your soul or something? ? To which Charlie replies, quote, "Always been anti-vax, just was never able to say it loud until now." I've heard some comments, right? I heard some pretty crazy and wild comments about COVID, the vax, the jab, and all that other shit, right? Over the course of the past few years, when it was like out and about, right? But what the fuck was that, bro? You mean to tell me, right, that you sit here and think like, oh, this young man's out here since he was getting vaxxed and his family got vaxxed, that, you know, that was the cause of his heart attack. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. 18, 19 is it's a little young to be having like cardiac arrest issues and heart issues. But at the same time, what we're not gonna do is sit here and blame it on anti-vax situation, because let's be real. If COVID was as serious as a lot of these more serious diseases, half of the world be dead by now because stupid ass thinking like this. You know what I'm saying? Dropping like flies. So I don't know. I've been seeing her take like a real hard stance on a lot of shit that don't agree with like the whole anti-vax shit, and it's really been bugging me. But you really gonna sit there and drop that unless in there like that was needed? A man almost lost his kid behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? And another part of the pack it up is going to be to these grandma raised ass niggas who told me that I couldn't be talking about this shit because, oh, you can't be talking about Charlie like that on these issues because she thick. Nigga, if you don't go beat your meat, the fuck? What are you talking about? I can't talk about her because she thick. There's a lot of people out here that are thick as fuck, that are dumb as fuck, just like y'all, saying some dumb shit like this. So, for her dumbass comments, you know, her dumbass comments on anti-vax, and especially putting that on somebody that's just dealing with cardiac arrest and trying to kick out of that shit, Charlie Arnott can get packed the fuck up. And on top of that, them grandma raised ass niggas who grandma raised ass niggas. And I'm not saying that grandma raised ass niggas be thinking like that, because you got some people that are raised by their grandparents that are wise beyond their years. But when you say some shit to me, like, oh, you can't talk about that because, bro, you better go beat your meat and nut on your fucking phone, and then when you done, pack that shit the fuck up. Roddy, go.
Look at those.
Yo.
Wait. Let me just make sure I got this clear. So, somebody's near-death experience as a anti-vax platform.
Yeah, she thought that was gonna go. Like, she thought she was cooking. She really thought she was cooking with that shit. That shit did not pan out the way she thought it would.
Oh, that's kind of gross. No matter how you put it, like whether or not you believe in that shit or not, this shit ain't the time.
Yeah. I was gonna say
the kid's fighting for his life, bro.
Yeah.
What if he can't? What if he came out that shit not being able to do the thing that he dreams of?
Right. We still don't even know, you know, if that's a thing yet. This is fresh.
That's the whole thing. All LeBron wanted to do was play basketball with his son for at least a year or two before he called it a game. You feel me? And shit like this could really put that in jeopardy. And your dumbass really gonna go out here and make a comment like that and then be like, oh, I couldn't say it before, but now I could. You ever notice? And here's another thing. You ever notice people the ladies that go on Fox News that was once baddies start aging like yogurt? Let's take Stacey Dash for instance. She was a baddie in the 90s.
Shout out to Paper Soldiers.
After Paper Soldiers, that wall came like a motherfucker. She ran forehead first into that shit, and Charlie Arnott did the same shit. Roddy, get off your smoothie and go. Stop playing fucking games, man.
Yo, so I don't like it. What the hell is this? So, what I don't like this week is the freaking unorganized DoorDash, bro. I'm over here freaking waiting an hour and a half for my freaking food. I'm over here having a hard time freaking in the app. Can't even cancel the shit till just now. Now I'm over here trying to figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner, bro. But it's midnight. I'm like, yo, fuck it. I had my smoothie, so I think I might. Also, I got a what the hell. So I saw a photo. You know, up here in New York, a lot of people they ride city bikes. You know?
Hmm.
Why somebody posted a picture of a city bike down in Guyana? So that's a laugh.
I saw that.
I did too, though. That shit was hilarious as fuck.
How much money did it cost y'all to do that?
Could you imagine
A bike can't even fit in the barrel unless you send them
How
the parts.
equal? I don't.
He definitely sent that shit in parts because ain't no way. He put that whole
cannot fit in
thing,
that barrel.
he put that thing together in Guyana and was like, look what I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was lit for all about 2 nights with that city bike.
Turned that shit off on that nigga.
Facts.
I'm just looking at like, wow. I'm just crying.
Some
yeah, that was my second.
dude, he said he don't even care if he get extradited.
Like, listen, he's trying to show out. He's trying to get these girls to ride on that city bike for a price. You already know that's going to come out of premium.
You gonna like real good.
That shit came from America. Yeah, for a ride, he going to talk about at least like $400 or $500.
The world is butching out.
All right, so Mally, it's your time, man.
Roddy, you are one of my favorite parts of this world. I want you to never change. DoorDash, get my nigga his food, please. Get my nigga his food. Stop playing with my. Get him his food. All right, so it's my time, and today my to the sky is just a question. Me and the gang, we were talking earlier about some things, going through some things with some other friends of ours, and things of that nature. And I guess it comes up like, what is a real friend? Like, what does that even mean to anybody? Because maybe we miscommunicating things. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's same language. Everything I say to you is never going to come out exactly the way I want it to come out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And everything you say to me probably won't hit my ear. So that. But in the middle of that is communication. You get to the point where y'all saying the same thing. There are some people you feel like you're saying the same thing too.
See that last part?
He said there's some people that you feel like you're saying the same thing to, and then you're just not. And you think about it, people you spend time with, shared energy with, told secrets to. And it's just like, trail comes out of nowhere. A random rift of distance and quietness. Like, I have people I told myself I'll never talk to again just because I can tell that they wasn't listening. People be hearing you, but they don't be listening. Right? I can think of many of examples. Have you ever just like gone to the store and they gave you extra change because they trying to talk you out of what you're trying to say because they're not listening to what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's happened to me a couple of times. I'm saying, hey, think you gave me too much money. You gotta, oh, no. I know how to count. See, I didn't say you didn't know how to count. I said you gave me too much money, dickhead. See, but think about me, right? And that's an example I'm trying to make. Because the thing about me, you only got one time to do that. I'm walking out the store with that extra money, knowing it's an extra $5. Fuck it. At that point, it's God's gift. But I want you to take that analogy and I want you to apply it to your relationships. Like, communication is probably the biggest thing that we have on earth. Like, that's going to keep us from crumbling. In places that lack communication, those places also lack resources.
Fact.
The other part of that is everybody's not always willing to communicate. Our differences, our biases, our prejudgments, things like that, the tribalism that humans kind of succumb to on a daily basis, prevents everybody from having these conversations. But the people who tend to relate to you can either do it honestly or dishonestly. Like some people will fake like they relate to you because they understand you, just to get things out of you. And then once they get what they want out of you, then you become a liability. You stepping stone, the butt of their jokes. You ever have that one person that when they get around other people, now you the asshole, you the clown. They're making everything about you.
Got a few of those.
Yep, a couple of those.
Better watch them. You ever have them dudes that be like you out with gang, you got your lady with you, them dudes that be like real extra cozy to your lady.
Yep.
They tried, but like the ladies I rock with, they see that shit from across the shore, like a fisherman sees another fisherman. You know what I'm saying? And they know the game just as well as dudes know game. They actually play it better than, the dudes. Those are the type of ladies I like that are really smart on the ball for that shit. So some tried, but they can never.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is some of those dudes do it in front of your face.
Blatant. It'd be so blatant, me and my girl could laugh about it. That'd be the cool part. See, things like that, when you're a secure person within yourself, you're shielded from. Security comes from God. So if you have faith and all that stuff, it's within yourself, no matter what station in life you are in, you'll be able to set the boundaries that keep those type of people out of your life. Because sometimes you can't talk to everybody.
Right.
Sometimes you can't relate to everybody. And sometimes you're going to find out a long way down the line that somebody wasn't really relating to you. If you have boundaries in place, you're going to know to cut that earlier and earlier and earlier. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where, like, after a few conversations, okay, this person probably an asshole. Like, I don't have to go down the line to learn that when he tries to steal my shit or some shit like that. Listen to your instincts. You ain't even got to be an asshole about it. Sometimes all you got to do is fade away. Do what you do. Right? Fading away, They contact you, hey, what's up, how you doing? If they don't contact you, you don't contact them. Period.
Yeah.
That's facts, bro.
We can fences from that distance. That was my out of the sky.
I like that.
That was a good one, Smiley. That was a good one.
Real shit, bro. That's some real shit. And I want to add a little bit to that, right? Sometimes in life, like, you gotta have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? I said this before on King Talk 2 times. All 3 seasons available now on all streaming platforms. Like, you at certain points in times, like, if you fucked up on some shit, because as friends we all do, we all drop the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
I've dropped the ball as a friend.
I definitely dropped the ball as a friend. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And we learn from that, but we can't learn from that until you have the conversation, like, what's what. That way you know how to remedy that situation. If not, you just go through life like a duck. Every day you wake up in a new world. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's never cool.
Yeah. Also, I want to add to Mali, out of this guy as well, is I always say this: Some people stay in your life for a season. Some people stay in your life temporary, but the real ones stay in your life for a lifetime. And also, don't let that toxic energy disturb your peace.
Definitely.
Like
just like what you said, bro. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just like what you said. My girl said something just like that. She said, some people in your life are roots. Some people in your life are branches. Some people in your life are simply leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, yo. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, Ken, what you got?
Yeah, now everybody meant to stay in your life, man. Shoot, out of the sky. There you go. So, I do got Mr. Gentleman review of the week. I got two actually this week. I want to know is I posted on IG. We're gonna talk about Magic 2. New album Magic 2. And how I feel about Magic 2. I'm not gonna hold you, but a pretty good album. It was really good. You know, first. Now it's been consistent for the last 5 years. Back to back to back to back to back. When the King Diseases 1, 2, and 3, Magic Part 1, and Magic Part 2. And he has some good songs, you know, on his album. I go hold you. I kind of did like the Office Hours, even though 50 verse could have been a little better.
Yeah,
but a little better. But the song itself was cool. There was another song I like. Magic Johnson. That song was fire, yo. Irvin Magic Johnson. That song was fire. It was another song I like off Magic 2. But it was a pretty good album. Yeah, y'all should definitely listen to it. Hip hop, man. Y'all gotta respect hip hop because that was real hip hop right there. I'm not gonna hold you. And him and Hip Boy, man, they got another hit. What would I give this album? That's a good question. What would I give this album? And I ain't gonna hold you. I had a hard time thinking about what I'm gonna give this album, but only because it's real hip hop, and hopefully this album will be number 1 on the Billboard. We're gonna break the scale with this one. I'm gonna give it the golden gentleman. Facts. Yeah. But also, they're not the only review of the week that I'm gonna do. So recently, I seen a movie, you know, on Netflix, and I spoke about this movie the last time we talked about this guy coming back, you know, the bro Jimmy Fox. So I watched this new movie, Who Cloned Tyrone? You know, with Jamie Foxx, John, I forgot his name. I forgot to pronounce his last name. But and the girl from Miss Marvel, girl from the Marbles, and this was a pretty good movie. And one thing is, this is one movie that you had to pay attention to. It's a message behind this movie. It's a really good movie. Everybody should definitely watch it. I give this movie 5, Mr. Gentleman. Fact. And there you go. That is my Mr. Gentleman review of the week. True. So before we get to the next question, I gotta ask y'all the same thing. How y'all feel about Magic 2? And did y'all watch Who Cloned Tyrone?
I have not listened to Magic 2 yet, but I'm gonna watch Who Cloned Tyrone probably tomorrow.
Nice. What about you, Sans and Molly?
I didn't see they cloned Tyrone yet, but I did hear Office Hours with 50 Cent, and that shit sounds fire. Like 50's back, rapping and shit. I know he probably just doing it just, you know, to be on Nas' album and shit. Shout out to Queens get the money. You know what I'm saying? Magic 2 is a solid album, as I expected. That's not a surprise.
Hold on. Do you agree with my rating for it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a fact.
Oh, so breaking the scale was good for it. So breaking the scale was good. Okay.
Yeah, the scale's good. The scale's not broken.
Okay.
So yeah, I did not see they clone Tyrone, but when I do, I will talk about it next on the pod.
What's in your headphones this week? What's been in your headphones this week?
Currently what's in my headphones is quite possibly one of the greatest albums ever produced. I want to take some time today and give you a quick re-listen Unfortunately, that could be one of the reasons why I lost pop. Um, this week I'm currently listening in my headphones, or was in my headphones, to 808s and Heartbreak, Kanye West. He's talking old Kanye here, old classic Kanye. You know, before he started tripping and, you know, dating porn stars and shit. Well, actually, this was right around that time he started, so that makes sense. One of the favorite songs I like listening to on that album, is a low key cut, "Coldest Winter."
Okay.
Like, that's one of my shits, especially when I'm in a mood. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know, that's currently what's in my headphones at the moment.
All right, nice. What about you, Roddy?
I was taking a listen to your boy Chingy, One Call Away, Right There,
Okay.
Pulling Me Back. You know, the regular R&B set list that I do. 112, Only You, Peaches and Cream. Yeah. I was in my headphones this week.
Nice. I know for me, I got a couple songs that's in my headphones this week. First, I got Scissor on the song called Special. And that was a really, really good song from her. I can relate to that because, yeah, it's basically about I'm pretty much being an outcast, so I could definitely relate to that song. One, next song. Also, I agree with Sands. I did have L Ray and Heartbreak in my ear this week. But the song I had was Kanye featuring Lil Wayne, "See You in My Nightmares."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that song also popped up in my headphones this week. And last but not least, before we got on the pod, we listened to the Neptune. You know, my Neptune playlist, the Clips. A lot of Clips songs came on from Grindin' and Popular Demand and other songs. So Clips was in my headphones as well. So yeah. And there you go. And next we got a question of the day. Roddy, you want to take this one?
How do you feel about sampling today? Is it just overdone or lazy?
All right, so check this out, right? How can I put this?
Oh, my bad.
Sampling, I have a sweet spot for sampling because, you know, as a fellow like producer / beat maker and everything like that, I tend to find songs, you know what I'm saying, like try to find songs that are pretty good, you know what I'm saying, like to make to work with, you know what I'm saying. So basically, when it came down to it, listening to people sample today, I honestly I don't feel like it's over. Well, I'm lying. It seems a little bit overrated now because there's a lot of music out there that hasn't really been touched. And what this generation is doing is going to songs that was lit like 5 to 10 years ago. And then bringing it back. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, a lot of the, like, when we grew up with sampling, there were songs that if you wasn't heavy in that particular genre, you never knew it was a part of the song. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
Now you got songs that was just hits like 6 years ago. Now that they're sampling and making these whack ass beats too. I really hope y'all paid those royalties. You know what I'm saying? I really hope y'all paid those royalties because ain't no way.
Yeah. I agree. The crazy thing about this topic, me and Roddy did an episode on his show, Star Time Podcast, on the season 1 finale, and we talk about samples. And I'm gonna say the same thing I said there. I'm saying on here. You know, I've always been a fan of samples. You know, I love when you know, we hear an old school song, you hear a new version of that song, and you flip it, but it don't sound like the old school song. But hearing that now in this generation, in the 2020 years, I do agree. Sampling had got lazy and got outdone. Like Sanders mentioned, they are doing songs that been done literally 5 years or 10 years ago that haven't even got time to even build that legacy. You know, like we just heard "Hot in Here." Like before we got on the live, when a new school rapper did a tribute to Nelly on "Hot in Here," and that sounds terrible. You know, it's like I feel like it's been lazy. Like it's too familiar. People are doing it because they want the clout. People doing it because it's popular, but not with the passion. Ain't no passion, and that was upset me. You know, no passion for real.
We're gonna talk more about this this particular notion of clout and attention, right?
Yeah.
You said just now, like people aren't doing stuff for like with the pride like how they used to, especially when it comes down to sampling, right? I can tell you how easy this shit is right now, right? So boom. You get an old track, right? You get an old track that, you know, either it was really popular or nobody ever knew. Change the pitch, you change the transpose, you do all of that, right? Then you put some whack ass drill drums on top of it, right? You lay that shit down there. Then next thing you know, you go to Fordham Road, you get one of these drill rappers, right? One of these little up and coming shooters or whatever like that, right?
What about Bowser, bro?
Nah, for real. Like, you get one of these little 14, 15-year-old, you know, banging ass niggas, you feel me? And have them spit some mediocre bars on the track. Now we good, you feel me? Now you got a track, you got a lazy ass sample with a whack ass drum beat with a mediocre artist on there talking about his ops. Yeah. That's probably going to kill him like 6 months down the line for mentioning them. That's really what it come down to.
Sad but true. Like, sad but true.
Not only in drill, in all genres.
I mean, all genres, yeah. All genres, yeah.
Because
Afro
beats, the biggest example is Burna Boy right now.
Yeah.
And it's bad because he don't really do it like proper. So the artist that he samples always wants a big percentage from his from the sales.
I mean, you already know he just got that Brandy one out right now. So I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a cool song. It's not a bad song, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
But what I feel like, what you gonna say?
I got breaking news. At the time of this recording, I was kind of catching the Crawford and Spence fight. Crawford just won that fight by TKO. Knocked Spence the fuck out. Game done. For the viewers that are interested. All right, that's all. Continue.
Yeah, I hold you. I definitely want to pay attention to the fight. So yeah, I could. Mighty go.
Yeah. Yeah. So to add on to what y'all saying, yeah, these new school rappers and singers, they are doing it for clout because, you know, a lot of these songs were very popping back, like Jermaine, you know, all the verse time, like, you know, so like the thing is, when you look at it too, they're kind of doing what they did when we was coming up, taking a song like from Matumbe, Juicy, and flipping it for Juicy Fruit and flipping it to Juicy.
Yeah.
Just like how Nicki Minaj did the whole Lumi D beat.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way it is continuing the same way, but I don't like how they just leave the song as it is.
Yeah, there's no real creativity. There's no creativity,
originality.
Yeah. And
then sometimes they do the cover and just basically do it over. Like, come on, son, you're a whole rapper. You don't have to use the same rap lyrics from the other person at the same hook. Like, do some work. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. There you go, and that is the question of the day. All right, now it's time for the prequel. Small news that matters. And first thing first, for the prequel, we do got the writer strike news update. You know, because you remember last episode we talked about the writer strike last episode. We do got some update on the writer strike, and as of this recording, the Emmys, you know, the award show that come on, you know, which they get awarded for TV and movies, got postponed due to the writer strike. You know,
what? That's what the Emmys?
Yep. It got postponed, son, due to the writer strike, yo.
Niggas.
Somebody gotta write black ass jokes, so I ain't gonna hold you.
Back.
That too.
Yeah,
I think about that.
So that's one thing. Also, a lot of movies got pushed back. Sony just dropped a list on their movies that got pushed back indefinitely. So I'm gonna read the list here. So we got Madam Red, which was supposed to be a Spider-Man spinoff. It got pushed back to February 14th, 2024. Then Ghostbusters 2, the sequel that came out last year, I believe last year, Ghostbusters Afterlife, their sequel to that movie got pushed back to March 29th, 2024. Bad Boy 4 got pushed back until June 14th, 2024. Venom 3 got pushed back to July 12th, 2024. Kevin the Hunter, I think that's the name. Probably said it wrong, but whatever. That was originally supposed to come out this fall, but that got pushed back indefinitely until August 30th, 2024. The new Karate Kid movie was supposed to come out, I believe, the end of this year. Now it got pushed back to the end of next year. And the next one, I'm so disappointed. Next one, Spider-Man Beyond the Spideyverse. It got pushed back indefinitely. No release date.
God the fuck damn.
That's rough.
Yeah, it is rough, son. And mind you, that will probably be released next year. So now
I thought they was in the process of doing Bad Boy 4 right now. Damn.
Yeah, they are. But writer strike.
Oh.
Writer strike, son. Everything got pushed back. Writer strike. Remember, and not just the writers that's on strike, the actors is on strike as well. So that makes things even more harder. Like we mentioned last episode, a lot of TV shows get pushed back, or American now pushed back to January 2024. A whole lot of shows got pushed back. Bel Air got pushed back. Power booked back.
You don't even have Abbott's Elementary.
Yeah, Abbott Elementary. A lot of shows got pushed back until next year. And some show we do not know what's coming back. Hell, Infinity coming back on 2026.
Ooh. Wow.
That Infinity, that HBO show, that got pushed back like 2 years later. So yeah, it's a lot.
That show is Zendaya?
Yeah, Zendaya. So yeah, it's a lot. How y'all feel about this? Right. So I know we spoke about it last episode. We did a whole episode last episode, but how you feel about this update?
It's a lot, you know. You start to see, you know, the repercussions of like going on strike and not figuring this out. A lot of your favorite shows and movies are getting like, you know, pushed back indefinitely. And it's bad because I like Spider-Man 2. You know what I'm saying? Across Spider-Verse. You know, I was a really big fan of that. So to see it not get any play for the foreseeable future, that shit is rough.
Yeah.
But I say that to say this, like I still stand with SAG-AFTRA.
No, I do too. Of course, I do too.
And actors getting a actual, you know, livable pay. You know what I mean? You ask some people to do a job, right? And apparently for them, their job, what they do, kind of transcends time because people don't ever forget it. You always see it being played. You always see their work being played and everything like that. So when you think about it, you see their work being played. Don't you think they should get paid?
I agree. And after some of the actors posted how much they get paid for the work they've done, it's really terrible, yo. Like
they're getting paid pins.
Yeah, as well. Wow.
Chucks come like once in a blue moon. That's what Cassidy said.
Yeah.
'Cause honestly, like you look at the strikes, like between the writers and the producers and like UPS, which I'm glad they worked their thing out. They're getting more money.
Oh yeah. They was on strike too. Yeah.
So shout out to them. They actually figured it out on their end. Hopefully, the actors and these producers can really get in there and do what they need to do. Now, I heard Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he was able to help a lot of these actors get paid by putting some of his own money up, which is great.
Yeah,
but The Rock is an actor as well, and granted, he's working. He's a part of this too. So, granted, it's great that The Rock put his money up, but at the same time, he shouldn't have to do that. You got producers, like I said last time, there's producers out here that are making hundreds of millions of dollars that could really, if they donated like 5%, if they all got together and each donated 5% of their bread, this shit would be over in like 15 minutes. Because that's what everybody's asking for. But people are too greedy, and that's a problem.
It's a problem, yo.
Greed, the monster. It's one of the sins. People, like, I seen Robert Carradine post this. If I ever get sent a check for $0 and 0 cents, I'm punching somebody directly in the face.
Yeah, that's wild, yo. That's wild.
Point blank range. Because that's a disrespect.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, shit at all. It costs you more to send me this bullshit ass check than you paid me.
Yeah.
It costs more to print the paper. It costs more to print it on the paper, bro. Like, I do print services, right? You know how much it costs to print one page of a color document? 7 cents. 7 cents.
Yeah.
These actors are getting less than that.
Yeah. Terrible, yo.
And I know there's things to talk about business-wise when it comes to that, right? There definitely are, like the worth of the actor to the overall project, the skill of the thing, the actual budget. There are things to consider. When you are sending $0 checks on what are supposed to be royalty, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're disrespecting.
Yeah, because why just send that bullshit?
Bro, that's not royalties. Those are robberies.
If y'all make $5 at that point in time to send them that, I might even give it to you. But we know you didn't make $5. You keep selling these things to network after network and package after package and compilation after compilation, throwing it on YouTube, making oodles of money from everybody who don't want to buy it from the store. You can pay these people more. Netflix in perpetuity, you can pay these people more.
Yeah.
What are we talking about, y'all?
It's the click, but they won't, and that's part of the problem. That's going to be the thing. And on top of that, what's making matters worse is that they're not even trying to actually pay them more. You could think like, all right, bet you have millions of dollars. They should be able to put their heads together and put something together that's beneficial for all parties involved. But not only they're not doing that, like we discussed last week, they're starting to look at AI as an option.
Yeah.
To get a lot of this work out.
And that's another thing, yo. That's another thing. Wow.
And that's if you ask me, because I'm like, bro, I never asked my likeness to be out here during the time of the strike.
Yeah.
So that's going to get real dicey, especially in court.
That's crazy.
It is, yo.
First of all, technology is getting like scary. Like everything that happened to normal people right before the Matrix happened, scary. Because how are you threatening to basically visually clone me?
Wow, yeah.
It's craziness. Visually, vocally clone me we got another story to talk about with that, right?
Yeah. We about good segue, by the way. Thank you, Sandra. That's a good segue. So y'all remember Beanie Siegel, right? You know, used to be a part of the Rock State Property, all that good stuff. You know, Beanie Siegel confirmed that he about to make a new album. He got a new album coming out. We got a lot of people with new album coming out on this list right now. Beanie Siegel's one of them. But the twist with this album is he wanted to use AI to create his original voice. How y'all feel about that?
It's a big brain move, honestly. And I'm only saying it's a big brain move on this particular part because Beanie Siegel is using it to recreate something of his.
Yeah.
You know? It's a big
right. Here it's no different than auto-tune.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
You know? Like you already know he's been going through a lot of health issues and everything like that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Him and Freeway.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So prayers up to them for that, number one. Number two, in order for him to like keep things going, because I feel like there is a market where Beanie Siegel is still, you know, not needed, but listened to in the rap game right now. Do I believe is a large market? Probably not, because a lot of these guys, you know, are like our age or older. You know what I'm saying? None of the young cats really listen to or know who really Beanie Siegel really is.
As a guy our age, I don't personally know the last time I said, "Yo, I'm checking for that new Beanie Siegel."
Me either. Hey, hold on. Before you
I know there are more street niggas out there than me. I heard street niggas checking for the new street niggas. I don't know if I've heard street niggas checking for Beanie Siegel.
Yo.
I'm not really though. I don't know.
Hold up. Here a random fact about Beanie Siegel. Here a random fact that I just found out recently. The song "Feel It in the Air" was produced by Heavy D. Yeah, I knew that.
How the fuck, bro?
I didn't know that. Yeah,
I just found out recently, son.
Damn.
Yeah. I just found out recently.
I didn't know that.
I only learned Heavy D was making beats when I heard it on this Nas song.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I know what song you talk about too. It was off that Life Is Good album. I know exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you talk about. I know exactly. Is that New York sounds? That's New York's song. That New York sound beat.
That's the Don.
The Don did go. The Don. Yeah.
And that beat was fire.
It was fire, man. Man, recipe Heavy D, man. Definitely deserved to be a part of the hip hop 50 conversation. But back to the main topic. Though.
Maybe people weren't checking for Beanie because he hadn't been out because he's been going through all of this. Maybe he lost his burn because I did like a little bit of Beanie Siegel back in the early 2000s.
I did too.
I want to hear my ignorant kick a nigga in his head with the Timberlands rap. Beanie Siegel was definitely always right there in the pocket.
Yeah. I mean, I was just listening to the album I just mentioned when "Feel It in the Air." I was just listening to that album recently. Mm-hmm. So Beanie Siegel is that guy though. You know, he was that guy. I ain't gonna hold you. He was that guy. But when it comes to this though, I ain't gonna hold you. This is a instant idea though.
It's brilliant, like Sam just said.
It's the idea. I agree with Sam in this one. Yeah, it's the idea. I'm curious to see how it will sound.
It's definitely a big brain move. Now, if it's ass, then that's
a different story.
Definitely right.
Do that again. I'm gonna need you not to do it again.
If it's ass, you can't blame AI.
Yeah, you can't blame Midjourney. Like this is all you. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to reevaluate your career. You may have to. For real.
You're right.
This is the difference between him coming back on and him going to work at Walmart.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I think he was pretty okay after State Property.
Well, no, I get it, but you gotta understand. I'm not saying like he's gonna go work at Walmart as a greeter or anything like that. But what I'm saying is like,
manager, is that better?
better.
I mean, he's a step up. You know what I'm saying? But the way it's sounding, it kind of sounds, and stop me if I'm wrong here, it kind of sounds like he fell off.
Yeah.
I mean,
What are you talking? He got
we
sick.
haven't had a Beanie Siegel song in a long time.
I mean, we haven't had
2008. What?
we haven't had BC.
He had a verse sometime in the last 10 years.
I mean, crazy enough. They probably did reunited recently though. Then they came back together recently. I ain't gonna hold you, but yeah, we haven't heard nothing from BC in a long time though. I'm not gonna hold you. Remember, he was dealing with a lot. He was in jail. He was dealing with a lot. So I mean, yeah,
Right.
and maybe because remember you just mentioned earlier too, saying that he was dealing with health issues. That played a big part of why he probably wasn't putting out music.
Yeah.
No, and I understand
That's
that.
kind of a fall off, but like we know why he fell off.
Yeah, exactly. We know why he fell off.
Yeah,
Hell,
and I'm not mad that he fell off because of health issues, but it doesn't take it away.
Yeah.
That fell off. You feel me? Like
but
I don't want to get back. I don't want to get back into that stage because I know people be feeling away.
It's like putting salt in his wound. We know he fell off. Like you say you fell off to a nigga that don't think he fell off. He said he's trying to come back. That's a comeback. You don't put salt in the wound for the nigga that said, "Nah, I've been the shit." Meanwhile, his last hit was pulling me back. That's a chingy shot. But
Yeah, I was listening to that this week. Go on.
That's wild. That's wild.
Oh shoot!
Had Chingy album. I picked it over College Dropout. It wasn't the right choice.
Wait!
It
What?
was the fun choice.
Wait! Hold on! You say you picked Chingy over College Dropout? Did I hear that clear?
I absolutely will tell you, yes, that's true.
Bro, you was smoking crack back then. I ain't told you. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way.
Listen, I'll
Right there, it wasn't that hot, bro.
It was.
It was
not that hot for you to pick that up over College Dropout.
No, but listen. Listen. Right? Listen. First of all, I was down south. I was in Virginia. I was in Virginia. Right there was way hotter than it probably was.
Okay, that's all.
We was country hell. So we love that shit. Right? We doing a dance. The remix came out. We was doing a dance war.
I bet there was like whole dance wars on like Virginia Beach behind that shit.
Hey, yo! Don't forget they had to uncover girl around that time too.
And then what had me hooked is when he brought out Rudy Huxtable.
One call away. Oh man.
One call away out. That was a super young crush for me.
That was mine too.
She was a little baddie.
Oh, that was mine too. Yo, you know what was crazy? I just did an episode of the show called Crush Gasm talking about her as my 80s crush.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, on point.
It is on point. It is on point. The episode's coming real soon, by the way.
So hear what I'm saying though. And look, the Chingy album in question had the uncensored version of the Right There video. And they advertised that, and my mama didn't say nothing. And I'm just like, I got both of these albums in my hand. I'm like, I picked Chingy because Chingy came with the videos, and I might see a titty. And that's exactly what I saw. One titty. It was only one titty.
I mean, that makes sense. But I still pick kind of chop over. It was Jackpot, right? Jackpot. Jackpot.
Yeah, it was Jackpot.
Yeah.
I mean, my sister had the bootleg version of that album, but
I should have got the bootleg. I definitely should have got the bootleg. But the thing is, I had a lot of fun. Like, it was funner than it sounds. Like, I was, where's my kayak? Chingy Jackpot is still my shit to this day.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. When I heard it from my sister album, no, that album was pretty hard though. Wait, was it better?
Ain't gonna call it hard, but it had a lot of fun.
I mean, at the time it was hard at the time. At the time it was hard, almost. But yeah, but it was better. It wasn't better. No College Dropout.
Man, why you do that?
Hey yo.
Oh shoot. But since we talk about music, and we on the topic of since he mentioned Kanye kind of drop out. Kanye got a new album coming out, by the way. You know, last episode we spoke about artists that will come out with a new album. We spoke about with Drake for All the Dogs. We're gonna mention Drake in this episode again, of course. Nicki Minaj coming out with Pink Friday 2 in November.
Oh my God! Not another sequel album for the sake of trying to revitalize a career. Oh,
Yeah,
That's gonna go.
even Eminem did it and then rapped about doing it on the album.
Mad people did it. But now we got a new album from Kanye West. And by the way, he did have a sequel album too with Donda 2 that was not released to the public, by the way.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He put that on that app and then the app crashed or something like that.
Yeah.
Somebody should have put that shit on YouTube. I don't care.
It is. I heard some of the album on YouTube, by the way.
Oh shit! You heard it on YouTube.
I heard it on YouTube, son.
That's the worst part. That means you still heard it.
Yo, tell us. Like, that's what it was. Like, I'm like, yo, this gotta be on YouTube. There ain't no way.
But my question to y'all is, are y'all excited for a new Kanye West album?
I don't know, man. I'm not. I don't think I'm excited as I used to be for a Kanye West album. And I used to be excited for a Kanye West album. I used to look forward to this shit.
Yeah, that's a fact, son. I'm not even. I'm the same boat as you. I'm not either. Because after I heard the Donda, even though Donda was pretty good, and then the thing he put about Donda 2, where it was an exclusive app that we couldn't even listen to for like a whole year until I found it recently on YouTube, and even that I was even sad for that. I don't know how to feel about this album when we don't know what type of album it even is. We don't know if it could be a hip hop album. We don't know if it could be a gospel album. We don't know if it could be like a Yeezus album or AOA album. We don't know what type of the album it is. I don't know if I'm excited for it. I don't know. You know, you even don't know me. I'm a fan of Kanye West, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this.
I hate myself because I am a fan of Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't know what he's coming with. I don't know if it's going to be whack or good because he's dropped a couple turds like he has. We going to call The Life of Pablo what it was, even though it was, I think it was his attempt at lyrical cubism. So I love how far he goes with shit.
Yeah.
It just don't always hit like he wanted to hit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that I just want to see him experiment. He gave us like 7 good albums back to fucking back.
He did.
He's going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
He's going through a lot. Have your fun. I'm waiting for it. If it's another fucking secret app though, I'll not hear it. Or I'll wait to hear it on fucking YouTube. Why did you think that would work?
They were like, listen, they're trying to get this shit out, so they're not. They whoever leaked it on YouTube did it for the culture, because I know for a good and damn well I was not downloading Sim Player to hear it.
No, it might do. And I heard it would cost like $200 or something like that.
$200, right?
It was mad. It was bad.
Right.
Like I'll let y'all bugging for that, son. I'm sorry. I'm not paying $200 for new Kanye, son. I want old Kanye.
Sure. And then the app shut down.
Like, how you gonna prepare your app for this?
Facts, right? Like, come on, Kanye. What's wrong with you, man?
Like, how you didn't see this coming?
Like, you should pack it up. You should pack you up for that. Like,
That's facts, bro.
like,
Laughing so hard.
I still got enough love. I still got enough love for him musically that I was like, nah, I'm not gonna pack it up, because I'm like, I bet, you know.
Yeah.
But still, bro, damn.
I know, son. I'm a fan of Kanye West, but come on, son, Kanye, man. Come on, man. Come on, son. We need an album. We don't know if we're going to get back to it, but we need an album like Graduation, College Dropout, AOA.
I get that. He's not those guys.
He does the same guy, right?
I know he's not the same guy, son. But we could wish, son.
Who he is right now is a mad genius.
I mean, he's a genius.
We watched a black man descend into madness and still be a genius.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think you understand that fully. I don't know what type of drugs, what type of mental disorder, what type of everything. I don't know how all that convolutes and still didn't cloud his genius.
Yeah.
But genius is sometimes ugly, gritty, and weird,
Yeah.
right?
It is.
Guys, he's going to go in the history books as an innovator. I won't vote.
He is. No, I believe that. I believe that.
Maybe crazy as heck, but we as the black people, as a nation, deserve our one crazy but insane genius guy. We get to have that. Insane genius guy. Do not make him the president of these United States. Keep him out of shit like that. Keep him in studios. Keep him doing other shit like that. Let the artistry grow.
I agree.
Not put this man in the presidency. Not even.
not
Please.
No, not.
No time for 2024, guys. No. I might have been on board in 2020, but then I watched him get up there and cry about his wife having a abortion. I am completely.
Yeah, he really did that shit though. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm completely not doing that in 2024, 2028, 2032, and or beyond. Absolutely. You get one chance at shit like that, Kanye West.
Okay? Yo, question.
One chance.
Question. Did I watch that documentary he had on Netflix? I know it's old, but y'all ever watched it?
I might have, because I watched a couple Kanye West documentaries. I just can't remember where they are from.
This one I talked about was from Netflix. It was like a 3-episode documentary. It came out last year.
I might have missed that one, but I wanted to see it. You know how you just don't have the time or aren't able to make time for various reasons?
Yeah.
That was on my list.
Yo, so if y'all haven't watched it, definitely watch it though, son. It's a really dope. It talk about his journey from the beginning until I guess last year, whenever the documentary was aired. It was a really dope documentary. Talk about everything. So yeah, man, good documentary. Yo, this is what I recommend. I forgot what to call, but that Jeezy, something like Jeezy, started with J. Jeezy, something like that. Yeah,
I'll definitely check for that, boy.
Yeah, it's been there for a minute, but in case people haven't watched it, check it out.
The Kanye new album, I'm not looking forward to it either, man. I'll just be like, when it comes out, I'll stream and call it a day.
I'll be like I said, I do check it out, but hopefully that they play us because I didn't wait for it to go on YouTube and call it a day.
I think it'll be on Austrian platforms this time.
I mean, hopefully it is. I say if it's not on Austrian
platforms, it better be, because that last thing worked out horrible.
Exactly.
It didn't go well the fuck at all.
Exactly. Nobody heard it.
Nobody heard it really.
Unless you
with the hype beast. That's like taxing the hype beast.
Yeah, unless you.
And the thing is, I think that's why Kanye did it. That's the reason I didn't get mad at Kanye. My bad to cut you, because I think
you
troll people. I think he controlled the hype beast. The same type of people he rapped against. He's talking about these people. He didn't want Yeezys to even be the price that Yeezys are, but that they go for on the secondary market.
Yeah.
He never wanted that. He didn't even want them to be so expensive in the stores. The demand for them immediately went up because hype beasts are chasing these things. So I am a firm believer in taxing the hell out of hype beast culture. You got some bullshit that somebody thinks is worth a bunch of stuff because they just hype about it because they think it's the thing right now.
Yeah.
Sell that shit.
There you go, man. Kanye West new album coming soon. Yeah.